Hello, welcome back. Um, are you still on Windows 7? Honestly, I didn't even know that was still a thing. uh, with Steam's terms of policy, they have decided on the 1st of January that they will no longer be supporting Windows 7 because of oh geez, it has to do with Google Chrome API or something like that. Their program is based off of Google Chrome. And as things come from the top and go down, which means pretty sure Google is the one that's not going to be supporting it because they're changing their back end on it or something. Not positive on that. But I would assume that's what's going on. Now, if you're a Steam user and you're on Windows 7 and you're thinking about potentially trying Linux, but I know how people are about change and they're not sure about stuff and they've heard all a bunch of bad things about Linux. And most of the stuff that you hear about Linux today is stuff that's in the past at least 10 years. And most of the games, at least on Steam, are 80-90% compatible now thanks to Proton. And if you're on Windows 7, you're probably running older games. You're not running the AAA games. And we've had pretty good coverage on Linux, the older games, for longer than the last couple of years, maybe 5 years. It's just been the last year and a half, 2 years that Valve's put their pedal on to the metal and Proton in overdrive. Thankfully, to the Steam Deck. And if you're a Windows 7 user and have the Steam Deck, you're already running Linux. So you should be fine. Unless, of course, you want to run Windows 10 on there, then you can go get Windows 10, download it, install it on there, and run it. Now, it's not going to be 100% compatible. You're going to have some issues with it, but it does work. What this video is for people who are thinking about switching to Linux and they're not sure because they're so used to, like I said earlier, they're so used to how Windows 7 looks, how the desktop played out. If you're on YouTube, this is going to be broke up between 2, maybe 3 parts. But if you're on Steam, it's going to be one large streamed video. Now, with that being said, let's get to it. I ran across some how-tos on some stuff, and I'm going to give it a shot. And there's going to be some edits. Like on my last video, you could really see the edits on that one. I kept having to go do something, come back, forget where I was, try something and messed it up. I had to go back and figure out where I was actually, and then redo it and edit all the video along the way. Tonight, I don't have that issue. So hopefully, I'm just going to be able to run straight through this and get her done. So what we're going to do is what you need to do, let's get out of this VM real fast. Oops. Wrong window. Okay. We're going to minimize this. And I'm going to open up my web browser again. And we need to go to 2 places. Okay. First thing you want to do is go in your search bar and type in, am I typing that right? Nope. Bill. A-N-A. Man. Okay, now I'm having issues typing it instead of talking. Type in Blana Etcher. Click on that. Download Blana Etcher. If you saw that and come down here, you have Blana Etcher for Windows, the installer. You have the portable. I recommend getting the portable version because it's all wrapped into one container and one program. If you get the installer, it's going to install it straight to your system. The portable one is you can make copies of it and take it with you. Like, say you have a laptop and you want to drag and drop it onto a USB thumb drive, plop that sucker right on in there and use it later. You can do that. Now for Linux users, you want this one right here. Now if you're on Windows, there's a legacy 32-bit portable, and also there's Mac OS too. There's a 32-bit legacy for Linux too, but so you want to click on the one you want, and what we're going to do is we're going to go to Linux Mint, click on download. You're going to download, well, actually, you know what? Go back up to here, click on this download up here, click to all versions. Now, if you look at this right here, you got 4 different versions on the latest codename Victoria. You have Cinnamon, which is the regular one. You have Cinnamon Edge. And Edge has more hardware support. But if you're on older hardware, Cinnamon should just be fine. Now, Cinnamon is a desktop environment. And then there's Mate, and then there's the XFCE. We need the Cinnamon desktop environment for this. Although, we're going to need the XFCE on the next segment. Basically, you're going to go here and download it. Go down to here, and then choose whichever mirror you have, wherever you're from, the United States, Belgium, France, Germany, etc. Just click on one. If you know, like, if kernel.org is like located nearby you, Metrocast Cablevision, if you know their servers are located by you or close to you, Clarkson University, etc. Click on the one you want and then download it. Then you want to go where your downloads are. And this is how it looks on my system. It's going to look different on Windows. And you want to open that sucker up. It's going to take a minute, hopefully. Hopefully it registered, because I don't remember if I had my mouse on it correctly or not. And I didn't. Oh, never mind. It went over to that window. Whoops. My bad. Okay, this is what it looks like. After it's downloaded, you're going to click on this, Flash from File. Choose Linux Mint Cinnamon. Open it up. Select your target. And it's going to say show 2 hidden. Those are my drives. And I did not put that thumb drive in here. Whoops. My bad. Not sure if that's a good one or not. Yeah, I broke a couple of these pulling them out. Yeah, what seems like it's good. Let's put it back in. Find out. Okay. Okay, that's a good one. I need to cancel. Want to select the target and make sure that's the USB drive. USB thumb drive. It'll say, I've wiped that part out on this one. Which one is it? Oh, it's an on or one 16 gigabyte stick. And 16 is about as small as you want to go. I mean, you could do 8, but 16 is better. You want to tick that box right there. You do not want to do anything with your hard drives because you'll mess that up. So you want to go up here, click on that, select, and then flash the drive. On Linux, you have to put in your password. I'm assuming you have to do something similar with Windows. It's been so long. Actually, I take that back. You will have to do this with Windows. I'm going to cancel this out because I don't need to do that right yet. I'm actually going to do a persistent USB drive copy later on tonight. I'm going to try it out. I've never tried it. That way I can take that to any system that I've got in this house or over to a friend's house or something like that. Pop that sucker in there and either use their system or, hey, would you like to try something Linuxy? And then, hey, here, give it a try. Okay. After you flash it, you want to go into your BIOS of your computer, set it to boot from USB, or hit your function key. It's F12, F10, F8, or escape, or F1, depending on your system. Those are usually the main culprits. So if you don't know what it is, after you do it, after you set it, just tap the keys on there. When the BIOS screen comes up, hit the F12, F10, F8, escape, or F1. Hold those keys, and you should be able to get into it. And you might have to do it a few times until you get the right one, but I had to do that back in the day. Okay, now you flashed it. You've done your BIOS. You put it in your USB. You booted it up, and you come to this window. Well, not this window in particular. This window. Okay. Now it's going to have a countdown timer down here, but I stopped it just so I could talk. You got Start Linux Mint 21.2 Cinnamon 64-bit. Start Linux Mint 21.2 Cinnamon 64-bit compatibility mode. If the first one fails, go to the second one. If that fails, then what probably happened is somewhere along the lines when it was transferring the files from the servers to your computer to the USB, it got corrupted somehow. So retry flashing it again and then come back to this. Then if it works, then it works. If it doesn't, re-download the file. Because things do happen. All right, we want the top one. Hit enter. Get that out of the way. Yeah, I had somebody over on YouTube tell me I should use Kimu. This is right, I should. I'm a Linux user and I'm using proprietary software. It's the devil you know. Hey, I've installed the other one. I've installed the Linux one. And you have to jump through a few more hoops and to get it installed. And as many times as I switch distros, convenience is a blessing. Let me tell you. Now, I know there's a more convenient way of doing it. I just don't want to have to go set it up that way. All right. What we're going to do is I'm going to start this part. You won't need to do. So we'll actually what we'll do is we'll run it through the way you should do it. Or not should do it, but one way you can do it. So you can get the display up all the way. Now, before you do this, you want to go on your computer, figure out what your natural screen resolution is, the basic screen resolution. Like on mine, it's 1366 by 1366 by 760. I forgot, but I have it set for 1020 by 1080. So, type in display. This is only if you want it to go full screen. You don't have to do this, but just so you guys can see it better, I'm going to go ahead and do it. 1360 by 768. I superimposed the 6 on there from the 768 to the 1366. All right. 1920 by 1080 is the resolution I have it set for right at the moment with my card. Natural is the 13. Okay. New configuration. Oh, yeah. Okay. I thought I might have clicked on the wrong one. Okay, let's close that back out. Open this up. Come on now. Got a little rainbowy cursor there. I remember seeing that in my review on this. And I can say review because I've run it before. So anybody's like, oh, you should like a showcase. No, review. I've run most of the major ones. God, for extended amounts of time. Like Ubuntu, it's been years. Bodhi Linux was over 6 months. Q4S was 2 months. And our Arch Endeavors was 3 months. Any of the Ubuntu's, Pop OS was 6 months. I've run FreeBSD for a year total, or a year and a half, something like that. But anyways, if you use all the time that I've done it, every time you go back to a new version of it, it's a review. It's not a showcase. It's a review. Now, if you've never done it before, it's a showcase. Because you're just walking through it, you don't know much about it, you're just showing people what it looks like. Okay, click on continue. There's your English US for the keyboard layout, your little box right there to see if it works. Ooh, what? It jumped around. Uh-oh. It jumped me off of the English. Whoops. Okay, click continue. Sometimes it doesn't pay to get up. But I've been up for hours. It's well, that says 3:36. That's not correct. Probably about 6 o'clock where I'm at, a little after. Okay, install on the media codecs if you want them. I recommend you do, because that brings in all your video codecs so you can watch YouTube videos and all the new formats. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck with the open source ones, and a lot of them are open source. A few aren't, but it'll bring in all of them. So you want to click continue. Linux Mint is based on Debian, not Debian. The LMD version is based on Debian. This one's based on regular Linux Mint is based on Ubuntu. Come on. Come on. There we go. Erase full disk. I'm not going to go into partitioning, although we could. And they don't give you anything but the LVM, and the CFS right there. I like the ZFS file system. It's It's more server, and depending on what data you're putting on the what data you're saving and extracting and transferring around, ZFS is pretty fast. ButterFS, I think on average comes right in behind ZFS. I mean, overall, I mean, there's certain areas where they beat each other out, but that's negligible. We don't want to do anything, so click install now. Continue. Now, when you do this, make sure you don't. Make sure you have the right hard drive that you're installing it to, because you have dual hard drives in there. Sometimes you get them confused. I've done this way back in the past where I overwrote all my data. Luckily, I had backups, but I overwrote the data. It happens. Everybody does it. Los Angeles, West Coast, yeah, close enough. You want to type in your name. If you want to type in your real name, that's up to you. I'm just going to leave the defaults on this part. And you want to type in a secure, unhackable, super secret password that nobody else is going to know and you're going to be able to remember. Or at least write it down and put it in a spot where nobody's going to find it. Don't tell anybody I said it like that. Click continue. It's going to complaining that I put in a short password. I recommend at least 6 characters. The more characters, the more secure. So, and if you want to be really secure, encrypt your drive, but do not forget the drive encryption password. You will regret it. Okay. I am going to go ahead and pause this because this is going to take a little while. And I'll be right back. Alrighty, she's done. So you want to click on restart now. And it's going to go to a point where it says, please remove the installation medium, then press return. You want to go ahead and reach over and pull that out and then hit enter. Me, I've got to close the window, eject it from the VM, and then restart it. So I got to pause the video again, and we'll be right back. Okay, with any luck, you should have this screen, but you know, full screen, obviously. Should be set on there right now. Put in your password. Wait for the desktop to come up, and on your machine, it would be faster. On bare metal, it's faster. Let's put it that way. Okay, now I'm going to reset my resolution here. Okay, there we go. Close this back out. Go back to the welcome screen. Welcome to Linux Mint. You can change the colors. Linux Mint by default has system snapshots. You got your driver manager, update manager, system settings, software manager, and firewall. First things you want to do are do your updates. Actually, you know what? Actually, the very first thing you want to do is go down to here to firewall. I don't know why they put this down the bottom, but get your firewall going. Put in your password. Whoops, that was the wrong one. and make sure it's set. I want to tick that. Oh, I ticked it off. Darn it. There we go. Now she's on. Close that back out. Go up to Update Manager. Launch that. Basically, in this window, you got this tool provides your operating system with software and security updates. Security updates. Apply security updates to patch vulnerabilities and keep your computer safe. And the best thing about this is, even though it's long term, you can upgrade to the next long term and just keep on going. You won't have to worry about the end of life thing unless something happens. And I think this is a long term kernel on this. Better find out. So we don't spew any misinformation there. Great catchword that we have these days, misinformation. It's on the 515.0.76 generic. Well, we'll see where we're at after the Sting updates. Kind of an older kernel. May have to do Edge. If you're into gaming and stuff like that, that is. Okay, click OK. Come on. New version of Update Manager is available. Apply the update. And this is where we get into the boring, long stuff before we even go into making this desktop environment look a lot like Windows 7. It's not that hard. Trust me. Okay, that's done. And it's rebooted the program. Okay. Oh, there is a lot. There's kernel somewhere. Probably went right by the kernel. There's the firmware. Go back up. You know what? I just realized this is a do you want to switch to a local mirror? Local mirrors are usually faster in path. See if it's got anything closer. This looks like a stripped down version of Synaptic. Main Victoria. That's in Canada, Victoria. archiveubuntu.com/ubuntu. That's over in. Yeah. We'll leave it like that, just for the sake of it. Okay. We're going to Linux kernel 1591.101. I think this is the one that was backported. I think some of the 6.2 updates made it to this one. Don't quote me on that. I don't know. All right, let's install the updates. Yeah, that looks right. Click OK. Type in your password. And while this is updating, I will pause this video again. Save your sanity. When you do this for real, you're going to feel a lot of pain. But the beauty of Linux is you get to choose the time this happens. You don't get to be going along on something and having the update come up and go, oh, Windows has to restart to apply this update, and then it shuts down on you right in the middle of something. That would piss me off. Matter of fact, I was fixing somebody's computer on a couple occasions. That happened. Windows 7, Windows 8.1, Windows 10, at least 3 times. Yeah, you can set the time, the date of each month you want this to happen, or each week, or you want it daily at a certain hour while you're sleeping. 3 o'clock in the morning sound good? Okay. Enough of me preaching. I'm gonna go and pause this video and get this ball rolling. Holy moly, it's already been 31 minutes and I've just been rambling. All right, I'm gonna try to stay focused after this. All done updating. I need to reboot the system here. Go down in here, click on that little red button box there. And you got suspend, restart, cancel, and shut down. So we want to restart. We want to pause her one more time. Okay. Back on the desktop. Turned on the firewall. Updated her system. You got software manager, system settings, driver manager. If you have NVIDIA on your system, you're gonna need this. Let's see what the launcher is of the program for it. Let's launch. Come on. I need a new computer. Or newer one. Preferably in, I don't know, like the last 5 years. Yeah, we'll go and pause this until it decides to think about it, figure itself out. All right. This is an VM, obviously, and it didn't come up with anything. But if you have NVIDIA, it's gonna say, "Hey, you need this," or "Found you need this," and you'll just tick them and then follow through on the process there. We'll close that out. Go to system settings. Now this is just the welcome screen here. Where is it? General. Nope. Yay. Gestures, hot corners, method languages, accounts panel, workspaces, window tiling, Windows, X, themes, youth, user groups, login window, driver manager. I wonder if it's under themes. Yep, under themes. I had to turn that dark because it was blinding me. Okay. Then you got your system snapshot, which I'm not going to show. Well, actually, I could show it real fast. It's going to need a password to do this. This works with USB and or on your drive if you have your drive partitioned. So rsync, please wait. It's parsing your system files, seeing what you got, and then it's going to ask you what you want to back up. You can do a full system backup or home directory backup or whatever kind of backup you want to do, basically. Come on. This is just on bare metal to be done already. Okay. Pause it again. No, we won't. Okay. V-Box hard disk. Now you can click next and follow, basically just follow through with what it says for your basic backup of it. Then you can set automatic backups after you do it the first time. But I just wanted to basically show you that it has a backup for it. That way you you kicked me right into it. I can create, restore, delete, browse, settings, wizard. On the settings, it'll ask what kind, where you want to save it to, schedule. You can schedule it monthly, hourly, boot, or yeah, I think I have boot. I think. It's been so long since I've used this one. Then you got users. Just back up the user directory or the main system. I got filters, pattern, and then you got miscellaneous, date, and format. We'll go ahead and close this out. I'll close back out again. And then you got desktop colors. These are just we're just in this. Now these are colors that highlight stuff. You know, we'll go with that. If it changes it. That doesn't change it any. Okay. You notice down here it changed red underneath. It'll do that in certain places. Blue. And the icon for the folder changed too. So it's just for accent colors. Then you got documentation, help, and if you feel like donating to the project, you can. Okay, now that we got all the basics out of the way, what you want to do next is open up your web browser. You know, I was listening to myself, and sometimes I sound like I'm drunk, but I'm not. I don't drink, not anymore. Has to do with the meds I'm on. Messes with the medications. Okay, so what you want to do, if you're following along, you want to do this. Or if you just want to keep the desktop environment the way it is what it is. So the search bar here, type in OMG Ubuntu how to make Linux Mint look like Windows 7. And then I'll take you right straight to this article. Okay, we're gonna have to read the article. This is gonna be a long video. Okay, the screenshot you see above, that one. Or if you can click on it and open that up. Nope. Okay, the Okay, the screenshot you see above looks like it's on Windows 7, but it's actually just a Windows 7 theme for Linux Mint. Pretty impressive. Yeah, actually, all the work that went into it, and it is. We've shown you how to make a Linux Mint look like a Mac. Probably the same reason why you want to make it look like 7. Before, so aping the appearance of a rival operating system while not to everyone's taste is something you already know is possible. Aping. I've never heard that word used like that before. It's always been ricing or theming or anyways, but we've never really touched on how to make this distro look like Windows. And Linux Mint is the ideal starting point if you want to do that, because this works and behaves more like Windows than regular Ubuntu does. Yeah. You can do this with any Cinnamon desktop. This follow through, apparently. Look okay on the cookies, even though I don't want any. It's a VM. So with Windows 7 support at an end, lots of users debating a switch to Linux Mint, it feels like a good time to share this surprisingly simple how-to. For an accurate looking Windows Mint Linux Mint Windows 7 theme, we can turn to the Fab Design team at Boomerang. They've created a competent copy of Windows 7 UI for the Cinnamon desktop. The theme will also work on other desktops too, with varying results. Download Windows 7 GTK theme and click on this. Gonna open it up. Gonna download it. Let the archive fully download, and then using your file manager, locate the zip file you just got and extract it into a folder. So top right, folder icon, show in folder, right click, open with Archiver Manager. Click on it, click extract, and extract. Extraction complete successfully. Show the files. Close that out. Close that out. Minimize that for now. Okay, next, another file manager window. Open the .themes directory in your home folder. What does it say? Directory in a home folder. Remember to see or hide hidden dot files. Okay. So we need to go to view. Actually, let's just maximize this so you can see it better. Go up to view. Oh, this is Thunar. Okay, I went right by it. Show hidden files. Click that, and it'll show hidden files. Open that back up. Copy the extracted folder. Okay, we need to open this back up. And I believe it. Okay, I know what you want to do. So you go up to view, toggle extra pane. Now this is something that's not in this how-to, but for Thunar, if you do that, you got the two side by side. Now what they want you to do is go to your folder and put a .theme folder in there. So, home folder. Yeah, definitely what they want you to do. Right click on your inside your home folder over here. You have to navigate it to it. Right here. Create folder. You want to rename it .themes, and you want it all lowercase. Hit enter. Oh, it's already used. I did not see that. Oh, there it is. Okay, well, never mind. Disregard that. Delete that bad boy. Get it out of the way. Go to your dot themes. Take this. Make sure. Okay, yeah. Come on. And drop it into there. Go back to the how-to. Okay. Let's say this is very super easy to change theme. Open the menu to search for and open themes. No border controls. Type in theme up here. Open that up. All right, I was right. So you want to go to themes, open up themes, click on that. Down here, it's going to show advanced settings. Click on that. Go to applications. Scroll down to the bottom. Windows 7 Master. And we haven't downloaded icons yet. Downloaded the icons yet, so we're going to go to the desktop. Do the same. Okay, let's minimize this. Download the icon set. And it's downloading. So we'll go pause this again until she's done, and then we'll do the same. Okay, never mind. She was that fast. All right. Is it the same? It looks like the same thing. Okay, let's close that out. It is not the same. Okay, just want to make sure. Open up the other one. Up themes. Go to we'll get to go to documents on this side. Oops. Dang it. Go back. Grab the original one. Cut. Go to documents. Paste. Okay. Now go back. Windows 7 zip. Extract this sucker. Downloads. Oh, let's do this the faster way. Okay, it's not showing it. Go back to the downloads and extract it here. Show file. Okay. We'll close this out. Close this out. Move from there to the home folder again. We're go to icons and then take this one and then drag and drop it over to there. Open up your themes again. Now go to your icons and Windows 7 Master. Make sure there's nothing else we need to do. Close. We'll just minimize that. Close this one. Okay. Downloaded it. Put it where it needs to go. Once done, Pop open the themes tool again and set icons to Windows 7 pack you just added. We did that. By now your desktop will look a lot like the real deal. You see above, but there are a few other tweaks you can make to round off the experience. First is adding a start menu clone. Now I personally prefer the default Mint menu over anything else, but I accept that it doesn't look the part. So to replace the Mint menu with the Windows 7 start menu clone, right click on the panel and select add applets. Okay, you want to do it on that side. Applets, download tab, that out of the way. Search for install start menu. Wait for it to populate. This is going to be a second. Click the install icon for Sin VII start menu. We'll pause this while that's doing that. Okay, when it's done, you should see Sin VII start menu. Click the download link. It's downloading and installing. Okay, then after that, switch back to the manage selection and add the app. Click on it. Hit the plus. And now it's added. Minimize that. Use panel edit mode. Reposition the start menu clone where you want it, i.e. on the far left. Okay, so basically you want to turn the panel edit off. So use panel edit mode to reposition the start menu clone where you want it. It's fine where it's at. So just remember to turn panel edit mode off, as it's not automatic. If you don't, you'll be frustrated that nothing on the panel seems to respond. Okay, that's that. All right, close that back out. Finally, to seal the deal, you'll want to download a nice high quality version of Windows 7 wallpaper to set your desktop background. Shortcut, right click on the image file in the file manager and select set as background. Okay, let's download the wallpapers. Right click, set as wallpaper. Close that back out. Minimize this one. And there you go. Your own personal version of Windows 7. Now, if you want a game, what we're going to need to do is this has Flatpak enabled by default, I believe. But we need to get a couple of things first. Okay, on the next one, go up to your little search bar here, type in soft, and go to your software manager. Okay, let's try that again. There we go. I guess I didn't click on it. Maximize that. But what we need to do is, now this part you may not like, but we need to look for something and get something installed. If you have older games, you're going to need this. Type in sudo apt search Steam. Type in your password. Those two right there. So what we'll do is sudo apt install. Oops. Steam devices. Oop, I forgot the dash there. I didn't put it back in. The heck, man. Fingers aren't doing the talking for me. The Steam devices. Hyphen 386. Did it again. Okay, so that's not a thing. That's what I thought. Steam devices should bring in all of it. Okay, you want to click Y here and enter. Now this is going to download and install everything you need for like Steam Link and controllers and all that good stuff. So while this is doing this, I'm going to pause it because this is going to take a few minutes because that's a lot of packages. 344 megabytes, so it's going to take a few minutes. And when you open up the software center, it's going to take a few minutes to populate the cache. So just let it sit there and do its thing. Okay, next, we're just going to type in clear this out so it cleans the terminal up. Type in sudo apt install game. Okay, already grabbed it. Son of a gun. But in case you have to, that's how you get game mod installed. It's a program that has a set of performance boosts for older systems for older games. Okay. Next, close this out. Go back to your software manager. Type in Steam. And it's going to search for the repositories. Search the repositories for Steam. Okay, so launch for the Steam software distribution service, Steam devices. Already did that. Then you want this one and this one. I did not realize that they had Steam devices on the flat pack. In the flat packs. So you can just grab it from here if you want to. That's new. Click on that. Click on install. Click continue. We'll go ahead and it's installing, so we'll go back. Click on Steam Link. Wait for it to populate. And install that. Continue. And we'll pause it. Really quick, if you want Boiler, which gives you the ability to add non-Steam games to your Steam library, I always do this. And I install that too. Continue. Okay. One thing we're going to need to get, I forgot to do before, sudo apt install Wine. Now, Wine is a program that translates Windows programs into a format that Linux can use, and you can, interact with it and install programs. Now you can install a lot more than you used to be able to. One of the main things you cannot install is anything Adobe, but they have Adobe Online now, so there's that. Type in your password and wrong. Let's type in my password for my main system. Hit Y, enter, and now it's installing Wine for you. Taking a minute because the package manager is taking up all the bandwidth. And when all that's done, I'm going to go ahead and pause this right now. So when all that's done, we'll be right back. Okay, everything's done downloading. So hit your start menu, type in Steam. And it's doing its update. Now, I'm not going to actually log into this because this is in a VM. I won't be able to play any games unless I do a GPU pass through. And I don't feel like doing that. It takes a while. And this video is already pushing an hour and 10 minutes, roughly. I'm going to go ahead and pause this again while this is updating. And there you go. Log in, download your games, and you're good to go. Now, I'm going to close this back out, and we got some other stuff we got to do fast. We're going to pause this, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back in the software manager. Now, there's a few things you're also going to need. Type in Wine here. Give her a moment. Edge. You got Wine, Q for Wine, which is a GUI for Wine for the front of it. Wine Tricks, simple tool to work around common problems with Wine. And then you got another version of Wine. I wonder what the difference is. One's probably newer than the other one. This one's not maintained. We'll go with the one with the highest rating on it. You're gonna need Proton Tricks. All that. And this wrapper script that allows you to easily run Wine Trick commands from Steam Play / Proton Games, among other common Wine features such as launching external Windows executables This is often useful when a game requires closed source runtime libraries or applications that are not included with Proton. That'll help you with, like your CD games, get your downloads and that kind of stuff. Qt Proton. Come on now. All right. We'll need to install this too. Continue. And what this is install and manage Wine and Proton-based compatibility tools for Steam and Lutris with this graphical user interface. Supported launchers: Steam, Lutris, Heroic Games Launcher, Bottles. Both normal Snap Flatpak installations are supported. Basically what this does is it downloads Glorious Egg Rolls customized Proton, and they call it GE Proton. If you're having trouble getting a game to work, you can go to open up the web browser here. Come on. There we go. Ooh. Forgot how slow this is. I don't know why I typed hub in there. It's ProtonDB. Go to ProtonDB. Come on. And right up here, you want to type in the game that you have. I don't think Windows 7 computers have enough to do this. Mine was Windows 8.1 originally. Then I had 10, but it'll do this. So I'm going to assume you have a good enough computer for this. Halo Infinite. Silver, which means it does work. You're going to have some issues, but it does work. I know for a fact because I played it. I have it installed on my rig. And the multiplayer works. So we'll just type in Halo. Oop. Halo. I know the Master Chief Collection works. Halo Wars Definitive Edition is Platinum, which means there should be no issues on there. But you always want to go in there and check because occasionally the developers change something and it gets borked for a little bit, and then Steam goes back and works their Proton over and fixes the compatibility, and they figure out where the problem is basically, and they do it. And if you look over here, what Proton version they were running to get it to work. Proton 8.4, Proton Experimental. You'll even see Proton GE on here. So, another little tidbit of information for you. And there are various different programs you can download on here. So, They use Chrome. Chrome's on here too. Okay, you got Google Chrome. Google Chrome unstable. And if you so choose, you have ungoogled Chromium, which is Chromium, which is what Google Chrome is based off of. It just doesn't have all the Google add-ons to it. Well, that's pretty much it for this section of it. Now, if you don't want to do all the how-to to do this, there's another thing you can do. And we'll get to that here in just a moment.